Alright. Damn it. Full screen, please. There we go. That one. Okay. So last time, we actually played as the drauven at the start of chapter 3, and now we are going to explore around. Okay, so okay. That Ooh. Not everything grows on trees. More things do than you might think. Once every long mana, a starseed tree blooms. Its soft lights ripen and float off into the sky.
And that's where stars come from?
There's probably some symbolism in there somewhere.
Looks like the best ones are up top.
You're not thinking of grabbing one, are you?
They're rare? They glow? You have to ask?
Because see, the thing about a starseed tree is that none may climb it.
Who makes these rules anyway?
Climb to a nice looking one in the middle.
You don't keep Celeste Henroost earthbound that easily. Watch my stuff.
Can't say she's not ambitious. There's something about the starseed lights that's disorienting. They break up distance in a way that makes Celeste have to keep tight track of her limbs.
Arm, then leg, arm, leg, other leg, right.
She brings up childhood memories of scaling the neighbor's peach trees and making off with a full belly and a sticky face.
They were seduced as squirrels, too. Whoa! That was close. Eyes on the prize, Celeste. Anyway, perhaps this is far enough.
Celeste snaps off a stick bearing a fine bright orb. Then with a little more rustle and jostle, she descends the starseed's trunk.
Watch the ankles, huh? It'd be a shame to crack 'em on the last few feet. My ankles are dependable.
Poof. The jostle tree lets go of its lights, and sure enough, they float up slowly into the dark.
After wherever they go. Hopefully the sky won't mind being 1 star short this season. Wait, you got something? See for yourself.
Ooh, nice. Oh, yeah, it's a tier 2. I need my OC thing out. Again, silences. Oh, I should turn that here.
Hey, you alright, Miss, Sorry, I forgot your name.
Fools build houses out of words. The wise make solider things. Sometimes I like to watch places change. It takes weeks of rain, wind, sun, silence. Once I saw an elk move itself from the path of a falling tree. Great wonders live in silences. Yes, and as moments they might visit your day, if it looks like home to them. So, at times I stay silent and watch a place change. I hope you're not bothered.
Not at all. Everyone handles things their own way.
Nice. Damn, guys. There we go. Threxel. None of us are even near any sort of drama thing. There we go.
The vegetation here smells like the wrong end of a musk bear. Have to remember to grab some later.
From caves among the beech trunks and leaf cover, up to open gray air on the knolls, they've tracked their drauven quarry. The drauven walk in one set of footprints, hiding their numbers, but don't seem to be discouraging the prospect of a fight.
A shrine out here, if it is out here. That would likely be the target.
Carantha, slowing down a little would be fine.
Oh no, something's dead up there. Carrion birds. And before, I heard 2 hawks around noontime. Hunting calls, I think. Maybe even came from lizard throats. Also a broken snare thrown over a willow branch this morning. Looks like an animal that chewed through it.
These are all clues you could have shared. Did you at all consider that?
Well, but Do you two know why my nose thinks there's blood? Is there blood somewhere? Am I sprouting horns? Do they at least look cool?
The air is heavy, no threat of rain, just pale acres of clouds. They hang low and taste of decay.
Kia's not so far back. Were you noticing the birds?
Basically.
Rush them, maybe. Sometimes fast is better.
Oh. Nice. You're still stunned. Nice. Nice. Damn it. There we go. Alright. Hmm. Yeah. Fred's retiring. What's up, Dara? By battle's end, the day is more painted than real. Death litters the darkening earth.
Can we talk in normal voices again?
Says the wolf girl. They've split to cover more ground, sweeping the woods for surviving drauven.
That was the end of them.
Over there's a slumped thing. He lies still and stiff, cut by spears and blades, sprouting the broken ends of arrows. A strange, magnificent, empty-eyed beast. There's motion on the mossy floor.
Garantha. I know, I see it. Seems to be what our drauven hunted, and he was also its cub. Sad, sweet-looking little guy, or gal. I do like it, kind of, huh? Yeah. Can maybe lower your bow. Oh.
Then it shouts. A shocking strong sound to come from so small a thing. For a time there seems no appropriate move to make. But finally Celeste shrugs.
This isn't what's important. Anyway, Brent's gone to the woods fringe. Might have caught stragglers, scouts. We maybe should meet him.
That thing's trying to tell us something, isn't it? No, it's a baby.
Albeit small, still it's big enough to fend for itself.
Grantha takes a step forward as the beastling, noticing them, shrinks behind the corpse of its mother. Celeste chews on a comment, chooses to tuck it in her cheek.
Yeah. Diplomacy, animal talk. Those are my strengths, aren't they? It's possible they are, so let's try it. Growl.
It shakes the bristly fur on its back.
No, well, just realizing old pack's not brimming its fullest. But let's, I've
been eating too heartily, maybe? Only nearly edible misery lines the floor of Garantha's rucksack. What she comes up with is a square of dusty-looking cheese.
How about this?
Its stare, in the leaf-filtered light of late day, is loveless. It examines the trail food. Then, predictably,
bites down, hard. Grantha, are you... Wow! Urgh! Krang! Leaving its proud cry to bounce between their ears, the cub turns and flees. Gets going pretty quick. Was about to say. Guess I did pretty bad there, huh? Unless, maybe I sneakily did good? Late, in the company of crickets and sky, Brent hears the whole story. Think it's probably for the best. It's fine. I would have done the same thing. Maybe not gone bit, of course. Everything's pretty asleep in the wood, far into the old growth as I went. Except us. It's at least some easier beds we've left. Ousting those raiders, poachers really, easier beds for the wild things. So, Grantha, listen, all I mean is, it's alright. Campfire helps meanings settle in the heart. That day was sad. That day was full of courage. That day humbled the warrior, Grantha. Even at her age, there is much left to learn, much to hope for. Grantha against charisma.
What was this thing called? Hago Cub. Okay. High strung. If we weren't playing Oregon Trail, they'd die of rabies or dysentery. Well, yeah, the yeah. Alright. So I don't know how much of this campaign you remember, Dara, but last night we played as the Dravens themselves, starting chapter 3, and they found an opal-looking dragon egg. And I think there's some infighting politics between some of the people helping Thavain, the Drauven warlord. So I think the guy with the bird sent us a note letting us know about these Drauven sites to take control over them and then like corner the warlord here. Yeah. I said what I said. Let's fight. Ooh. The sun's fallen, and a silver fog floats from the trees where shadows pool. Carl, stop for a second. Fog's getting thick. Important thing is to stick together. Perfect atmosphere, isn't it? Ever heard of the story of O. Mitchell the Mountain Ghost? The quiet forms a fence around them, impenetrable, the whirling air almost utterly opaque. Finn! Jamelick! I think we need to not stand here. Just get to the trees, at least those are solid. They halt just inside the shelter of the pines. The dark air clinging wet, the trunks they press to dampen their palms. I don't like tree clinging, generally. And then something vast moves beside them. Slow, achingly slow. It passes, too enormous to be seen, impossibly silent. Be still, be quiet. We've seen this thing. Night's fallen. The fog wanders away, clinging to the felty outline of that gargantuan shadow. Both are tiring after this chapter. Also,
Let's find the others. Maybe they saw it too. Maybe they saw it better. Don't be stubborn. Bad night to be chasing moonbeams.
they meet in the open.
Fred! Carl!
What?
Wonder if they saw it.
Crickets crackle again, finding the rhythm somewhere in Owl Pipes' blue notes.
We're here.
Apparently all were able to glimpse the shadowy giant as it passed. None saw more than a black suggestion of its form. Then, as they're about to decide whether to set up camp or search for huge tracks by starlight, a disturbance shakes the tree line. Oh no! Alright. Not the Thrixel. Alright, it's dead. Here they come. Damn. Jamlik, I need you to do a bit more damage. No! Nice. And it's dead. The fight has brought them back under the boughs of the wood. I think it's quiet.
I hate a night battle. Keep knocking into trees.
I make a broad search for sign of the giant's passing, but I forced to camp. Precious hours from sunrise, having found nothing. Still, the story does quite well in taverns, and those who saw it dream of a colossal being, all shadowy grace, silvery fog, and overwhelming quiet. They dream of seeing it again one day. They dream for years and years. What does this have to do with... Okay. You know, it makes sense that the character based off of Freddy and the character based off of Foxy to be rivals, I feel. Oh. Well, I'm glad I didn't get that from the Thurxel campaign. I forget what Mindworm does. Ooh. Yeah. Green Dove Tannery will be forever scarred by violence, but life is about enduring, and this place endures.
Time for pie. I found most secrets unravel best in silence.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Okay. He's a thought. Maybe Samuel Waterworks isn't as dangerous as we believed.
Huh? Wait, Brent.
Down here. Brent's step has broken the hidden covering of a hunting pit, and he's fallen scuffling and scraping into a dark rocky hole.
You survive okay, Brent? How far down are you?
Oh, far enough. My breathe such a clod, bungling around, infuriating.
We're close to a drauven sighting. If this is a trap, do we have time to help him? I'll climb in with him. We can help each other get back up.
It's 100%, so might as well. Doesn't take Celeste long at all. She climbs nimbly down and helps Brent back to the top. And not a moment too soon. Yeah, try and get out of that, dumbass. Nice. Ooh. Ooh, nice. Nice. Almost fucking retreated. Oh, that could have been bad. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's behind the house. Did it open the door? No, it was a haunt. Okay, there's a demon and a haunt. Yes. No. Damn it. Nice. And that's it. Alright. Okay. Creaky. Oh, I think.
Sometimes I wish I knew what they were saying, don't you?
Gusts rise against him in cold complaint. In the quiet between gusts is not by night things.
The wind.
Yeah.
I just have to be nearby, so.
Crazy.
Well, we're not immortal, are we?
You good now?
I'm good. I'm just glad no one else saw us.
Sometimes caution works against you. I'm feeling that way tonight.
So we're going hard? Anyway, where have we not survived, right?
I'll admit, I can't think of one example. Damn. Grabs them, tosses them with the fucking log. Nice. And it's dead. Whee. Uh-oh. It's a fucking terror bird. There we go. We have the time. Gorgons. On the road to Frog Hedge. Hey, don't come this way, maybe? There's mud. I mean, a lot of mud. Says it's money. Yeah. Hey, do you ever think about farming? I mean, if monster kicking wasn't your thing, if you had a little bit of land like this, and your worst enemies were hoppers and jays and mean Mr. Frost, what kind of thing would you grow? Onions. Big juicy onions. Bet would be fun pulling them up. Could have an onion pulling contest. You get it. Me, I'd be a gourd lady. A gourdy. Grow all the funkiest shapes and flashiest colors. Gordy. Hey Celeste, what about you? What would you grow?
Huh? I guess I'd... What makes you think I'd be a farmer? You say I had some land, right?
Oh, I mean, yeah.
So, like, what if I built a giant maze? Not the boring kind, one with traps and funny gags. I don't fall in the slime pit. No, don't fall in the slime pit, kiddos. Watch out for the bone beasts, Grandpa.
Sun's getting low.
Ah,
The sun is getting low.
Sure is. Did I hear it was muddy ahead?
She said so, Gia. Plus 0.5 armor. Alright, Gorgons. Nice. Nice. He fucking killed himself on the fire. Shit, ow, fuck, shit, ow, this is hot, ow, fuck. Just stomping through the fire. Nice. Ooh, nice. There's the shrine. And it's dead. That's not all of them. Oh, it's just that's left. Oh well. Okay.
It was mostly just messing with stuff, to be honest.
Okay. That is the final fight? Alright. Here we go. I didn't think this was, considering this one place left unexplored. Weldwall is the ruin of the Elnish city of Unith. It smells faintly of eggs.
Warlord. Warlord, scouts have spotted soft skulls. Down the witch road they come, protected by truck and workflow. Sending the wings send away seems foolish now. But it is as I said to her, Rissal does not forget us. And there's Trava, see? Trava is always a lucky vision for me, since I first saw. Good marking, symbol, sign of the great fate that reached out for me.
The company approaches by way of a slim road that strays through Sulphur Swamp.
It's good thinking, dear. We'll get inside the old walls without a fight.
What if that just means they're all concentrated together? Wouldn't that be bad? I'm sick of feeling like we're following orders. Some kind of lizard politics at work. That's what I said. Betrayal at Weldwall, speaking of. At the end of the path, the ruins begin. Past them swells a misted slope. Hilltops are for warlords. Can we survive the climb?
Place is a damp dust pile. Scatter his fires, shred his flags, and I wager he'll come down to us.
3 Skull Word. Destroy his 2 bony banners. Oh, I should have saved. So accept. Thank you. Uh-oh. That's not good. Mascot. Oh my god, already, Finn? There we go. Nice. There's one. No one's guarding. Nice. Yeah, I see it, game. Oh boy.
Nice. Damn it. Nice. Nice. Damn. Nice. Just want to make sure I wasn't there. Okay.
Terrace crows showed Versal attacking them, biting their backs. Now we thunder and fling. Now we catch them like frogs between clutching claws. Warlord, we shall fly to victory or the Veld.
The warlord's bellow blacks out other sounds for a thought-barren moment. Then he comes charging down the hill. Okay, now we kill enemies. Okay. Where do we have our holdout?
Okay. Nice. Damn, I can't reverse. Damn it. Nice. Nice. There he is. Oh well. Okay. Damn. Thin? Okay. That works. Finn, just live. Uh-oh. Ooh. Ooh, no. Ooh. What? Uh-oh. The moment stretches in Garantha's mind. She sees the shadow of her foe. She knows what's coming. She can lean a little to one side or the other, but it won't change much. Then she feels something, a heaviness in her hand. It has a name, Ockenbrand. There's a story, maybe, that it wants to tell, and only a sliver of opportunity left to tell it. Oh, damn. Power surges through its long shaft. It was made for moments like this, to twist the elements against its foes. As her foe moves in, Garantha abandons all thought of survival. She readies a strike of her own. She falls into a thickening murk. but in her last moments, a sense of triumph swells in her heart. The last stand of Garantha and Oakenbrand will not soon be forgotten. Alright, well, there goes our fighter. Should have thrown the knife first. Oops. No. Finn.
You can keep the leg, just help me get out of here. I can't make it far, but if I could just get a friendly shadow.
Sure enough, the shadows pull Finn in, hiding him until the battle is over. Uh-oh. No! In the moment before the attack, Gia's eyes snap over to Brent. Uh-oh. Gia would have protested if she had any time to, but Brent shoulders the downfall meant for his daughter.
You shouldn't have done that.
What kind of fighter would I have been if I didn't? We're kinda in some deep shit right now. That's 5 damage, that's 6 damage. No!
Yeah!
Okay. Are you the last fucker alive? Oh my god. Oh. Damn, that was a lot. Mist and grey wet grime of this earth have gone on everything. Warlord.
Brent, stop.
With a groan, his huge hand grips the crossbow from the dirt.
Dad, get Brent.
Crumpling his bow and shaking fingers, Thavain dies, rolling a low drauven curse moan in his throat. Elsewhere.
Wilson, we did not know. Your return is not marked by the bird's keeper. I cannot return to a place I have not been. I left my warlord in danger and came further than expected to find you. Where's Versal? You must leave it too. I wished for a fire to dry the cloud's kiss off my back. Dresak teriat tor, more adwaina tila luct in. Thalos isos teriat tor, more maina leva lurin.
The Devon chants mage word, his voice cutting practice patterns in the candle-sweet air.
Risp rhyme. Dresak teriat misos, more bulina at no in. Thalos talsat teriat misos, more silava yo yuvin.
And finally in flat-hammered Yandrak he sings.
Summer follows spring, follows winter, follows fall. Shadows follow moonrise, follows sunshine, follows squall. And fire one day follows fire.
This moves for remembering. They camp at Weldwall after singing to the dead.
It's been a long road for your father. I wonder how much longer he'll go.
They should be here, Moon. They should be here, Moon, at the end of the track. The city once sprawled in sight of this rock. Now it's only monuments, the hunch dark in decay. Something is over that night. We must have had some wits between us to make it so far. Something has begun.
Versal, Thavain is your warlord. Thavain is barely drauven. He speaks Yandrak better than Drevwail.
The dragon turns its head to each voice and makes no noise of its own.
His gaze is a geode of every impossible wish I had ever harbored. Thavain's! No.
In his summer eyes, warm infinites of intellect, in his subtle mouth, a smile as hungry as the sun. It's a cow dragon.
Wings and Bjark, you are fortunate enough to stand on the bridge between mean history and the sum of a drauven age. Amended people we now are. It's a bridge I built. Did you? From where I perch, I see a draft who has laid all his labors on broader, fitter backs. My back was bent, my future bowed, even as I tumbled from the egg. You could never comprehend my life, Wingson, if you could live it all in Cybic poem. Only my blood was fit. It is dragon blood. Thavain may as well be an ox, and let him be slaughtered as one. Our people are here. Their king, the Summer King, is here. What I think you mean is, he is dead. Thavain was meant to die at the Weldwall. Do I not understand you rightly?
In that moment, no dissemblance can form behind the demon's jaws, so he shuts them.
I ought not to have left him.
I'm glad that you did, Pjark, sister.
His voice nests in you. It is not only Pjark's rigid purpose that is shattered, then, and remade. The long-settled fate of all things is refigured. A dragon has spoken.
Summer King, you can Kavan call me. Titles are for creatures who crawl and crave authority. The truth of me is crown enough. Svan, egg-white little wonder, you cannot know who Thavain is, or was. His might and force of will are what made your hatching possible, are what make our people strong. And yet I can hear in your voice, sister, a sorrow. He did not listen to you, did he? His ear was wadded with honors, maybe. Summer King, she is not. My name is Kavan. Call me my name. You are old for your kind, and seeming forgetful, so I will excuse it. You should correct yourself. He is alive now and alert. Do you believe you'll control him too? My listening is sword sharp. Be warned and be quiet, for now I shall think, and I shall eat. Ox will be good, and sheep and onions. My gathering thoughts see a picture of the world undragoned. We do not know what has passed in those years, but I'm sure it all wants meaning. That is what I shall give it, I suppose.
The night will age in gray. It will be buried in orange light. The first night of Kavan's real life is musically quiet, a pregnant rest preceding the world's next movement. The orphan sword. Give that to Fen. He kind of deserves it. Oh, he's got a stump now. No. Garantha Iron fell in battle at Swift Plain.
What a waste. What is best?
We shall construct a tomb to commemorate her story. Do that. Garantha deserves to be remembered. Please tell me I'm able to actually build that tomb next time. 10 years of peace follow. 10 years of peace. Brent watched the children of Mossiham grow to adulthood. He has to admit, maybe the world wasn't completely doomed. With strong leather coming out of Green Dove Tannery again, life became much more pleasant for everyone. You don't realize how many things require leather until you can't get it. Celeste and Brent were married. What? Wait, Brent, what happened to your husband? You had a husband, and now you're marrying Celeste? When did this happen? You have a husband! You son of a bitch! Actually, you know what? It is kind of fitting. Brent is Bonnie, Celeste is Chica. So, you know, Fair. Celeste and Brent were married one spring night. They held a brief ceremony and a very long feast. The people of Waderbower were startled but pleased at the generosity Celeste displayed that night. Brent would always remember the rowdy songs and sloppy toasts. The brazen cheer when dawn rose on the mall still dancing. Now that the job wasn't quite as dangerous, Jamelek became a guide to travelers crossing the more treacherous stretches of swamp and mountain. Gia was acquired by a family of cats for a few seasons. She would watch them stalk birds in the mornings, but always shouted to alert the birds at the last moment. What a prick! Gia, let the cat hunt. When Gia told the Ironbark monks that Lopside Henge was restored, the leader nodded curtly, and the other monks set back out for it without a word. Monks, am I right? From nest to wing, the dragon was insatiable. His curious palate wandered. Growing in bone and weight and wit, he left few creatures unawed. The drauven, once united behind Thavain, soon forgot their old lord. Even had none of them pledged for Kavan, dragon gravity would have bent a nation up around him. Kavan's early years passed unmarked by human eyes, well beyond the wilds where even hill painters went. If the predations and hunts of tribute had stayed in those places, likely all would have turned out differently. Carl sat down after this last battle and finally wrote down the tales that he had amassed. The language was a little flowery and the stories long, but insights rewarded those who gave each page the attention it called for. Carl Iron has retired. Yep. Fred took up residence on a tall mountain, ensuring that any who came to train or ask questions of him could first conquer its cliffs. Fred's other son.
Raise go. There we go. There we go. Alright. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I don't know how I got them confused as words. Okay. Let's learn about Ray's. Oh, he's a romantic intellectual. The worst of both worlds. Fred, teach your kid to not be both of those in one breath. Oh, he's a clown and weird and a flirt. Ray's was born with mischief in his heart, a thirst for the next laugh, the next unforgettable story. Most suppose he'd outgrow it, but his parents knew better. By several whispered accounts, he traveled in the company of a murderous gang of outlaws for a while. Perhaps that explains some of his uncomfortable insights. Stories full of sorcery schemes and seduction called him to seek such things for himself. He's got a peg leg. He's becoming pirate. I'll increase that. Alright. The shadows deepen. Okay. In the canyon of his hatching, Kvan's enclave is a place of natural elegance. In ancient times, he says, he often rested here, and wrestled his siblings, and waged his pleasures on the world.
Get off your hunches, dragon. Winter is for cloud tasting. You could see a fine afternoon in the river valley. I was there 2 nights, crisp evenings, the drift moss thick clumped and burnable. The flight itself is fun.
I know it's common for your kind to make an egg. Many eggs.
What?
Since I hatched, I've wondered whether you might make one.
I am asked this a lot, and I'm quite frankly tired of answering it. I do not expect common questions from you, Kavan, so that is why my neck scales are edge to edge.
You're a death-destined species, and you'll leave me alone soon. The egg is immortality. Obviously, in my case, that meaning is truer.
The Devo Versal claims his bale all bore dragon blood, that he himself...
He believes too much in the stories he was told. No dragon has ever given life to another creature. Not because we can't. Just...
Can you?
No.
It does not surprise me. Poor Vassal. I will tell you something, Kavan, because you are like a little brother. I do not wish for eggs. We can choose to grow them, or we can choose not to. I choose not to.
Mrekmat. But I wonder what I will do when you are dead. My true kin. I was the first of them to be slain. I remember that I fell on the spike of the Finwalker. I filled my dying jaws with hair. Don't imagine I didn't. But so I bled to sleep, and slept a long time. I can only think they followed me to their eggs, my siblings. That I'm the first reborn is poetry, isn't it? Maybe it will be the business of my life, then, when you're gone, to find them, and wake them, and... yes, one day...
There are other drauven I'm sure you would take to, Kvan. Yarsa's a young knight. He is smart and honorable, and very funny. But today I am young enough to fly at your side. And now the winter moths all constellate silver and star-like over the river.
The Devon came here.
Versal did?
Did you not notice the chest?
I didn't ask his oh, that kind of chest.
Have you ever seen so many rotten, useless things, Pjork?
Well, I'll tell you, kid, it doesn't make much sense. Got some years on you, and I never heard of our Uncle Drav clutching after a gemstone, a coin piece, or even an ornate weapon.
I hear you, but this man says...
All you have to do is come out to Gwenfeld with me, ask others. Poor Miss Barleybody lost everything. Didn't have much for them to take on account of her second husband, from her foreign down to the town proper. They slaughtered those who stood against them, and rummaged and took the most gleaming things they found. Hardly any meat, lot of heirlooms, gold and silver and jewels. It's only the first such collection you can expect, mighty Kvan. Now you're older, it is time for your ascendancy.
He is at an age with the sap drinking Svik, Versal. He is still growing.
Ascendancy sounds like a fair amount of effort, also. Ascendancy?
It's easier when you're young. Your joints are soft, your mind is strong.
Versal, Devon Versal. Now you invite human animosity. I've noticed your shoulder is cold and bare since that time. Wonder if your bird simply refuses to return to one who has betrayed his own swearing.
Unfair. Trava was a good bird. A cougar likely snatched him.
Aw,
Poor guy wants his bird back.
But letting the past be the past. I failed to see how a box of earth brights, be they silver or sapphire, will serve Kavan. What good 10 such boxes will be, or 20?
Could 20 such boxes be filled? It's a tall number for any militia to take on. Certainly if they're veteran drauven. I thought the old warlord's death, that boneheaded knight,
was meant to prevent another thing like this.
There's not really anyone else who can fight them like we can.
And we can, if we're all up to it.
Or not in the worst shape. Could leave the beer behind.
Give me a battle trade. I can learn. I'm not far past my prime. I got hoeing hands, farm shoulders, country knowledge, peat in my heart.
How long should you be held away from conflict, Kavan? Is it better for posterity that the dragon announce himself? It is better for posterity that the dragon announce himself, rather than be found, sulking among his nest in Neatoners.
The deacon has aged to transparency, has he not? He hopes only to be around to bask in your glory. You are the sun before the dawn still. The day will be ever long, and there is no reason to rush your rising. Breathe in the starlight, hear the song of things, and gain wisdom.
What does the sun fear?
The dragon has no use for hurry. My sister is right. I'm also uncertain what all this treasure will yield me. I like its luster, but it's not as if I can sleep upon it.
Well, would you prefer we capture mattresses, great Kavan, blankets and pillows, and curtains for your fearsome den?
Colorful kitchens? The audacity of the drauven raids is never as high as it was that winter, or the fall that preceded it. But drauven warriors are hot with imagining, and their eagerness to plunder gleaming things for the new lord does not fully ebb. Pick it up, I guess. So the company is called again to arms. They must trace trails and topple outposts, track stolen treasures to a distant canyon, and there a mythic maw awaits them.
Let's see your swing.
Oh shit. Okay, Winfin. Alright, well, one. Okay. WHMHWH. Now it's sunrise. That was the evilest variety of tests I could stack on you, and I will say, you adapted with unfortunate alacrity. Guess the thing left is to decide on your role. Fighting men with a little silver in their hair are very attractive, to some people, I mean.
I'd like to fill a need if I can. Assign me where you will. Only wish I'd begun to listen much earlier.
Level 0, Okay. Winfin Shaw. Mr. Shaw. Cowardly leader. Oh shit. It's a relative of Fred's. Distant cousin twice removed. Winfin was born to country people. During the lengthy peace that followed the 20-year drauven conflict, he had a quiet and practical upbringing. He was aware he was an ugly boy, his limbs and features ever failing to age in concert. He would always take mockery in stride, meeting people's eyes with a calm that cowed them. Inside, it absolutely did hurt him, though, and he took this for a failing. Starting in his teenage years, he began a long and fairly aimless career as a farmhand, working first for a garrulous, divorced old rancher, before migrating around the territory, accumulating friends and experiences. It seemed life would pass and end this way for him. But when drauven raided his homeland, his family was burned, his former employers killed or put out of their homes, and many friends too. Winfid discovered stubborn fire in himself and a decision to do something ripening in his heart. So he rose to fight and challenged all the sum of fate to correct him. Alright, well. I'll be right back. Gonna try and do this chapter. Oh. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, that's why I was fogged off. Okay, you guys do that. And we're gonna immediately send the rest of yous over here. Brogbard. Brogbard spoke. What did he say? I actually have an idea for this character. No, not that. What will be a good name for this guy? Actually, hold on. Raven. Gears. Raven Gears. Alright. Snarky goofball. Raven grew up in the remote west, where people lived to impossible ages, their hair, beards, and stories unbelievably long. Among the ruins of a raised homestead near Froghedge, he discovered a young child's drawing of a smiling god. Burning with psychic pain, he only let others see the laughter that smoked over hell. Oh my god. Holy shit. Raven, you alright, man? I don't think he's alright.
Don't try to play it down. I've heard about you. And you know what stands out to me?
The weight of holding back an entire world's worth of encroaching darkness?
Apart from that, what stands out is what these monsters can do. Mechanical workers that never sleep, Thrixel that control dreams and thoughts, Gorgons that can do, whatever it is Gorgons do. Whoever could harness some of that power. We couldn't do any worse with it than they already have.
If looks could kill, you'd be dead 3 times over. It's monstercraft, no getting around that. Probably built upon a slab of unsavory rituals and blood sacrifices and such horrors.
Oops. I just don't want to tell my children that it was all there, but I was too timid to fight for it.
Well, whatever your motive, anyone who wants to destroy monsters is welcome in the War Staff Army. We'll train you up.
Okay. Okay.
Doot.
Raven's ready for adventure. There. Now rebuild at home.
They hike the tree-covered hill above Running Store Hall, making their final approach.
Was this woodland always here in the middle of the plains? Oddly isolated.
It's happening, isn't it? I've got that feeling like I'm shooting a candle from the wind, wishing only to go inside, to sleep in my bed. Should I say something? Jamlek's leading the way, and it's he who spots the warm glow ahead. Did it flicker to life just now? Or maybe it's only been hidden behind trunks.
Nothing exceptional was ever... No, I need to differentiate the voice. Well, he's old anyway, so this guy can get this voice. Nothing exceptional was ever recorded about this place. Wonder why Thrixel would gather here.
Oh, it's a tough question, kid. We'll let you ask them, though, if you're so anxious to understand.
Everyone ready? Seems like a campfire up ahead.
Campfire? Could be a random traveler.
Time for weapons?
Or no, this isn't it's not a place to hang your kettle. A gout of flame swirls amid these saber rocks, silent, bright, and smokeless. It's not for anyone's purpose. I wonder why it's not hot.
Not hot, it's blistering.
I feel it. Jamlek, you okay? Bro, I need you to walk away from the fire.
Do you hear stories? Or is that just my mind that hears them? Jamlek moves nearer to the spiraling inferno, apparently unscorched.
Jamlek!
I'm awake, is what I am. I remember. I remember one tall story. It's brief, it's for children. Sure it is. Yeah, it probably would be around this time. Definitely not in today's age, I'd be willing to bet. And if not that, then the Christians will be like, that ain't how rain works. In early days, the sky's back was not so stiff. She bent and saw a handsome gray squirrel who'd climbed to the top of a redwood.
Jim, look. You're getting really close.
This squirrel, he chatted to her blithely. How he relished her stars in the autumn wind, took comfort when she cast her cloudy hair. He thanked her for letting the sun thread through it. The squirrel spoke without guile, and it couldn't be helped. Young Sky fell in love. So when she watched him plant his forests, and watched the trees grow tall where he placed them, the Sky thought to impress him by planting her own. A lightning arm she gently lowered, and a great tree of scarlet was born. But it was a greedy tree. It grew and grew, and grew so large it consumed the forest the squirrel had planted. And without time for a word, words took much longer to say in those days. You had to wait for dial-up, and it was like... It swallowed the squirrel's body, too. Seeing the world suffer, she summoned from the cosmic ice a healing rain. It was the first rain, and afterwards she would often soak the world in it, for fear all might burn up like that poor intrepid squirrel. That's the story I remember, and this place remembers. It's a piece of here, something left behind. What's that mean? Stories of fire. You don't hear them? They leap and lick at my imagination. At this altar, once, people would gather and tell them. But they're dead now. Those people are dead. The flame somehow endures. Jamlek, come away. You should be burning. How are you not? Listen, I'm going to let it touch me. It welcomes me. I can take this fire. Its heat and memories in myself.
Wait, don't just...
Jamlek, no! He leans close and lets the fire climb his wrist. It's alright. I'll be alright. He stands unharmed as flames file up his arm, orderly as ants. But then... Yarg! A sudden mass of fire wreaths Jamlek's body. Jamlek! Erg! Just as it seems the whirling flames will devour him. They retreat into their coals. Jamlek stumbles back a few steps. Ugh! What in... Are you... Does that hurt? No, not really. Just kind of warm. Actually, I feel almost... Oh no. I feel pretty good. Close by, a small flitting noise is followed by a drone of several seconds, and then a telling silence. That's right, there.
We can solve this later, I hope.
Ooh, a legacy point. And who was that? That was... Jamlek. Alright. Wenfin, what will you do? Indignance. No. Dismay? Oh, I guess it's because they thought he was gonna die on the fire. What? What the hell did I just hear? Was that a car? I just heard a... The whales, they've invaded the road. Alright.
Slam!
Please tell me this reach. It does! But that's not enough to kill them. They're both still alive! It killed itself. Ouch. It's getting so bright in here. Sentinel. That works. Oh, you're just now noticing something, Mr. Drever? And that thing is dead. You're going to wander here. I'm just gonna die. Yeah, I figured that wasn't all of them. Keep forgetting I have Zealous Leap. Yeah, I'm gonna hide back over here. Yeah.
Who opened this door? Oh, it must be a mystery.
No. You're still alive? Oh, that's the only one that gets blinded? Okay. No! He's got the mind worm. He's gotten rid of the mind worm. No. Okay. Oh my god. Winfin almost fucking died. Yeah, get yourself some protection, dude. The dust settles. The air smells acrid and burnt.
You can control that thing, I hope?
This arm? Yeah,
Jamelic, quick summary might be good. What's happened to you?
Alright, so I really did hear something, right? Whatever presence was there in the altar, the flames, it spoke in me more than to me, like the chorus of my primal ancestry. I heard them offer stories to the altar, Gvan of the summer. Oh my god, that's the dragon we're trying to find! The Queen of Embers, the Sun Thief, and the Empire of Ashes, or softer stories, like that little yarn about the sky and the Tree of Fire. I heard them, these flame keepers, people who drove their herds and built their shelters here, who poured out their mysteries by this altar. They must have carved, and you likely won't understand, but I found something I was missing before. That's kind of just what it is.
Well, I don't know what I can say.
It'll be kind of tricky to explain, but you don't seem too concerned. You're worried for me, aren't you, Reyes? It'll be okay. I'll be okay. I'll be better. I'll be who I was meant to be. On fire. How about you, Brent? Any comments?
Oh no, me? I'm just trying to keep up. Just as long as you keep your flaming mark from my forehead Venus flytrap, we're good.
Oh no, more Mindworm. I thought I was done with Thrixel. Okay. There we go. It feels fitting.
Not sure I'd come back to this place.
Okay. Ooh. Okay, hold on. Okay, I can still go over to there. It just requires backtracking a bit. Lurkin Drauven. Man, you are low on health. Okay. Might as well. Yeah. And there goes a decent chunk of my legacy points. Oh, they instantly... Oh, no. They haven't. Okay. Now they're ready.
Anyone seen any sign of the drauven?
I don't know. Maybe we caught a lucky break and Ray's information is wrong. Maybe they aren't here.
Trust me. I spent all night romancing the town gossip back in Wader Bower. She hears everything.
Then let's look sharp. The drauven may be... a Thrixel! Kasha! You said it would be drauven.
It should be drauven. What's a Thrixel doing here?
Defensive line. Fall back before anyone gets hurt. Wait, it wants to help us. Help us? Help us do what? Fight the drauven. How? Winfin, how do you know that? I don't know. It's an impression. I can feel it in my mind.
It's in Winfin's mind. Let's check it out.
Attack! No! Where is it? Where did it go? No, I wanted to help us. Help us. Help us. Winfin, are you alright?
Is it still in his head?
Huh? I'm gonna throw up. It made me Thrixel brain candy. Yeah, he's fine. It's weird though. It really did feel like it wanted to help us.
Of course you'd think that. It had you bamboozled.
Stay focused. The drauven are still out here somewhere.
Fire. Nice. Nice. That's a lot of fire. It's a bird! Nice. Damn. Okay. Huh. You think you could attack me? would have been funny if I could just kill him like that. Alright. Nope, there's no enemies. No! That was its last turn? Damn it. There we go.
Drauven are usually good about leaving supplies that are actually useful. Ah! Oh no. I guess we missed one. It was with that toothy fellow back there, wasn't it? That wing doesn't look good. It'll take care of itself. The beak looks like it could take off a coyote's snout. I can fix it up. Might take a little while, but I've worked on birds before. Y'all go ahead. I'll catch up. You just got done slaughtering its master. And that was necessary, but save your lives, even small ones, is the reason I'm here in the first place. How long do you think it'll take you? Nothing too bad. Maybe 2 weeks. 2 weeks? That's noble and all, but we have actual enemies still out there. We can't be losing days to nursing mean-looking birds.
Huh.
I want to stay and do this. I need to find this part of myself again, to know it's still in there. Oh, for crying out loud. Don't stay too long, okay? Don't worry, if it starts to look like a lost cause, I'll catch back up straight away.
2 shredder damage. Uh-oh. Damn, that took faster than than refortifying everything.
Alright then, let's go find the others.
There we go. And that way, she'll be in our history, our legacy. And that way she can actually keep the stuff she had instead of, you know, becoming nothing. Who needs health? On the farthest outreaches of Nim Flat.
Amazing flowers in this part of the world. Are those cavaberry trees? I wish I'd brought my sketch pad. Oh, but I'm on patrol. That's right. Hold, who goes there? Who goes there? I'm armed. Show yourself. Show yourself. What the blazes? What the blazes? That's not funny. Stop it. That's not funny. Stop it. Who are you? What are you? Who am I? I'm Rays. But I'm Rays. I'm Rays Ursine of Gwynfeld. No, I'm Rays Ursine of Gwynfeld. You're some sort of changeling. I remember my parents. We had money. It was okay life. I had a little paint set for a while. But that was my paint set. How could you know about that? What are you doing here? I was out on patrol admiring the flora, just wishing I'd brought my sketch pad. You have my memories. You know my thoughts. It's like there are two of me. If you're really me, then maybe we could talk this out. Okay then, Rays of Gwynfeld, let's take this nice and easy, huh? See, I'm putting my weapons away. Your weapons? But those are my weapons. How did you get my weapons? They're our weapons, I suppose. You are me, or I'm you, maybe both. We don't just look the same, we have the same memories. I remember my parents too, having money, the little paint set. I knew an old soldier once, crazy with a wooden leg. What was his name? Old Tria? Ha! Her name was Old Tria. Nice try, but I don't think you could trick me. You have my memories, you know my thoughts. It's like there are two of me. If you're me, then maybe we could talk this out. Okay, Rays of Gwynfeld, let's be friends. My thoughts exactly. Heh, I guess that shouldn't surprise me. So, now that there's two of us, what do we do about it? I don't know. I'm not sure we can both go back to the others. Good point. That might get a little confusing. To say the least. You know what I have secretly always wanted to do? Of course I do. Enter academia, find a library or university or sacred hall of learning to immerse myself in. But I can't leave the company. I'm needed here. But with two of us, one could stay with the group, while the other can study to his heart's content. It's perfect. But who does which? Draw lots. And so...
There you are, Rays. We were getting worried. Yeah, we thought you might have gotten lost.
Quite the contrary. I think you could say I found myself.
Boo! Bad joke, Rays. Okay. Flame soul. Okay. Now let's finally have them do something. Deepists? This is not what I was trying to find. If Westonay Threshery is down below that drop-off ahead, it'd probably be a good idea to keep watch from up there for a few hours, so that we could be more certain of the enemy count.
How different do you think it's going to be from all the other clumps of drauven that we fight?
A good pair of eyes could be a valuable weapon.
Sure, if you're using both of them at once. I'll pocket that little proverb. Even so, we're as prepared as we're going to be. Winfin, you prepared? Sure. Winfin's prepared. I don't see a problem.
It's not a problem so much as the avoidance of problems.
Back in the early days, there was more of a fire in this company. We burned hot, lean, and mean. We had to, or drauven would have spread like locusts. It was just a few green fighters against the terrifying mystery of a foe, but we prevailed, so far anyway. Reyes is willing to do some observation. Let him. Just because Reyes is a younger buck than you doesn't mean he's necessarily wrong. How often have you regretted taking a little more time? 1 hour, buck.
2.
1.5.
Okay. Later. Right then.
Feeling good?
Good enough. They've got their backs exposed. If we could take advantage of that, the fight may fall in our favor today. Alright. That is a lot of room. There's one thing. I thought I heard Minecraft music for a second. Damn. Nice. Woo! Right. Damn. Nice. No. He's found them. Get over there. No. You think that tiny room can hide you? Think again. All right. Okay.
This is a... Yeah. This is the densest forest I've ever seen. How old is this place, I wonder?
The trees are so thick, even the noonday sun can't reach the ground.
We haven't seen a single living thing, but I can't shake the feeling that we're being... Shh.
I see someone. Hide.
Wait. It's one of him against us. No contest. Maybe he's lost. Hello, are you lost?
Ah! Sorry. You scared the life dearly out of me. What are you doing here? We could ask the same of you.
We hunted the horned monsters that live here.
I suppose we're here for the same thing then.
You came by yourself to kill these vermin?
They're not vermin. Or they weren't always this way. They were people once. And one of them was the love of my life. What evil sorcery is it that can turn a normal person into such monsters? No sorcery, just words. Evil, slippery words. Words that meant more to her than our marriage, apparently. She's too far gone now, my wife. The last time I saw her, all that was left in her eyes was some primal rage that terrified me. I'd give anything to have her look at me in that special way only she had. I wish I'd had the strength to strike her down there and then, but I couldn't. I am here to end this, before she can hurt anyone else. I can have him join me?
Join us. We will do this task together.
I thank you for your offer. Truly, I was not sure how I was going to manage this on my own.
We need all the help we can get. Try moving out of that fuckso. No. Okay. And these enemies have to be smart and spread each other out. Uh-oh.
clock.
That's nice of him. That villager is still here. The deepest have been dealt with. What will you do now?
Yes, thank you. I don't know. There's nothing left for me in my village. I just can't go back to that life when these creatures are out here. Let me come with you. I can be useful in the fight. I won't slow you down.
I don't know, Raven. We don't really know this person. I say no. It'll be best for you to return home, Lucer.
I understand. I don't agree, but I understand. I'll find some other way. Yeah, I need these resources. Alright. One fateful night.
Something about that rock makes me shiver.
A tall black finger of stone angles out of the earth, points to a pale bloated moon. Its surface should shine, but the stone seems to eat all the light. It looms dull and terrible. Witch stone, they call it, flinty and jealous and ever hungry. You'll find them sometimes in worried places. It said if you don't offer it a joyous memory, it'll lay a curse on your back. You know what? Raze, there's a second one of you. You can sacrifice your romantic memory. Ray's recounting is not long, his recollection perfect of the girl who stole his heart. I held her to me, cheek to cheek. Our tears mingled. Sunset faded. Nothing felt real then, except us and the light. We swore that no matter what the world might take from us, we would remain whole and unwounded as long as we remained together. Wait, what was I saying? The stone is black as a hole in existence, sated. Not you, not you. Haninabi can survive.
This spot looks good enough. Let's crash here for the night. We've got a busy day tomorrow.
I'll be back in a bit. I have to do something.
I'll join you if you'd like some company.
Sure.
You got a destination tonight, Finn?
Someone I used to know died on this day. Sweet year, light a candle for her.
I think anyone would like to be remembered that way.
It was ages ago, but, well, you never stop missing them.
No, you just learn to carry it more lightly. Whoa, what have we here?
Looks like a shrine. This looks like a sacred place. Let's find something else.
We move on until...
I think there's a clearing up ahead.
Whoa, this is... astonishing.
Yes, this is the place. This is perfect. Why, I'll be damned if that isn't the petite sloth, her favorite constellation. These rocks should do. I really miss her.
How about you tell me about her?
Really?
Yeah, then her memory could be a part of me too. Finn talked late into the night, sometimes through tears, sometimes along with laughter. As the candle burned down, the stars traced their ancient path across the sky, and a new tradition between the two of them was born. That's cool. Nice. Yeah, get dispirited. Nice. Alright, you're overkilling that guy. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Ouch. Nice. Okay. Sorry, Celeste. That's gonna have to wait. On the track of a band of enemies, our intrepid party races through the woods.
Well, less racing and more, Look, who knew they'd be able to hide that well? It's not a very dense forest. Does anyone hear them?
I hear yelling.
Let's go.
Help? Anyone?
I smell burning. The woods are on fire.
I got that, yeah.
The Warstaff army rushed to put out the flames.
Phew. Thank you. That got a little out of hand.
Did the drauven set that?
What? No. It was a controlled burn. Well, emphasis more on the burn part than the controlled part.
Wait, you set the woods on fire?
Only some of them.
Oh, thank goodness. Otherwise it might be weird.
Burning is very important for these woods. It keeps the fennel down.
Fennel? Isn't that an herb?
Well, yes. People cook with it, but it grows 6 feet tall. It makes these thickets, so you have to burn it in order to save the eagles.
So you burn the woods to save the eagles who live in the woods.
It's complicated.
I can see that.
Look, my name is Zynathia. I'm here researching fire eagles. Maybe you could help me?
Are we setting fire to the eagles?
No, they're very rare.
So you want us to hunt one and bring it back to you to study, right?
What part of very rare was unclear? So this is complicated.
Huh?
So this is complicated. There used to be boars here, right? The boars were the only things that would eat the fennel. And people hunted all the boars because in addition to fennel, they were eating people.
That's a problem, yes. Not for the boars, presumably.
So once they killed the boars off, nothing ate the fennel, and then the fennel would get really thick. And bunnies loved this because the thick fennel meant the eagles couldn't see them. Now the fire eagles ultimately starved because there were no boars.
The food chain is a harsh mistress.
I like bunnies. Not as much as the eagles did. Anyway, burning the fennel will keep the bunnies from being able to hide so the eagles won't starve. But that's just the beginning. Now we've got poachers coming in to steal eagle chicks and sell them on the black market.
Okay, I guess we can hunt some of these poachers for you.
Thank you so much. It's a big help.
Seems likely it's the same bunch we were tracking earlier.
There's a fire eagle nest about half a mile that way. Take out all the monsters around it.
Alright, sure, fine. Nice. Get fucking sent. Uh-oh. Sure, shark trap. That's fair. No. Nice. Nice. Afterward. Oh no. What is that thing? Is that one of the evil chicks? Are we too late?
Oh. Oh no.
I think it likes you, Brent. Let's see what Zenithia has to say. So we cleared out your poachers, but I think they'd already gotten a chick.
Is it too late? Have we handled it and now it smells wrong and the mother won't take it back?
Don't be ridiculous. Fairy eels have no sense of smell.
So then we can put it back? And it will stop hugging my leg and send my socks on fire?
No.
What?
It's not a fire eagle. It's a fire chicken. The poachers probably brought it along as bait.
So what do I do with it?
I mean, they're pretty good at a mushroom sauce or some leeks. Anyway, thank you for helping with the poachers.
So what are you going to do, Brent?
Well, I can't leave him here. That weirdo will eat him. Looks like you have a new pet. What are you gonna name him? I don't know. Sparky, maybe. He looks like a Sparky.
Raid night. Fuck. Alright. Hold on. Mythic Canyon. Let's do this. Sunset and no alert stirs Kovan's canyon. Brenton and the others have chosen to come up the neighboring valley.
Much lighter traffic here. Doesn't look patrolled. Tree climbing tree climbing contest or fishing challenge? Who's taking me on? Oops. You're lucky then. Sound spot to spend the night.
After observing the position, I feel subtly certain camping tonight will be a mistake. With drauven visibly fortifying the entire length of the canyon, a methodical assault would be nearly certain to fail, and the longer they tarry, the likelier it is that they will be discovered. That's why Ray's argument eventually wins the others over. I think when the sun's all the way gone, and before we can be sniffed out.
Yes. You're trying to jump straight to the climax. Would save us time, probably a little blood too.
They duck moon shafts and fit their frames to shadows, clinging close to the rock wall when they can, stilling when their feet want to slip on gravel, rebalancing, moving with all possible carefulness. They have theories as to what they'll find, who their target is. None of these is near the mark. Yuldelli, the Dragon of Winter. Hold on, what?
Yuldelli, the Dragon of Winter, whose scales and demeanor are ever shades of blue. Wisdom is as easy for her as finding wind under her wings. 6 wings, and they shift color to match the clouds in the sky. But her wrath is so terrible, even I fear it. Shark reminds me much of her. From the moment I hatched, I felt that. But your blood is in my veins, Kvan. My blood, draft snacks. My great orders descended from the beginning. Our whole purpose has been you. This is why I find myself seething to be kept apart and scorned. Murikmat, of course, and I am pleased by you. Devon, Versal, dragon blood. But my Pshurk finds you repellent for Pshurkish reasons. They're good reasons, I can't claim otherwise. To me, not. You sacrificed what wanted sacrifice in order for me to grow and prosper. That's the meaning of being my family. When she returns, I'll convince her of this. Like my sister, she's proud and wise. Noble-hearted, the cunning mind can persuade their kind, even by trick and truth misaligned. Indeed, we must fool them, or they die for honor. I see you understand that responsibility. It's like the burden you were forced to bear.
Dazzling small lights when they can, Brent and Celeste lead their way up the canyon path, to the fairly prominent place where they suppose the drauven leader should be.
Kyankar these Stravash is, Dial Verix Eek.
Stealing forward past glinting articles, they see him. His voice is like fire, soft and glowing on the face, subtly moving, primarily pleasant to hear, even while it's menacing. Unfortunately, too, his hearing is fire bright.
Defsuik.
He twists round, his scales spark with speed. Nothing outside this place exists anymore, not at this moment.
It's been long since I blessed your speech with my breath. Human beings, sad ones, killers of beauty.
Gran Zirk Ashikal.
Was it not you who told me my time approached, to not be found but to announce myself? Let me be seen then. Let my flames be felt!
To see him move is to realize what dragon means. It was impossible to know before. It's unmistakable now. Slay the dragon! This is the 4th chapter. What's gonna be the 5th one? I remember this fight giving me a tough time. Damn. Damn it. Damn it. Ooh, uh-oh. Woo! I slew the dragon! Roaring his agony, the dragon rears high, and with a sweep of his wings, forces his attackers to brace or be blown down the steep, dark hill. He's at the edge of his strength. Torchlights race up towards them, at their backs, but the drauven are not close enough to save their young king.
Don't let Irk. Draven, my kindred, my descendant, you must stop them.
Me?
The humans shout their Yandric words at his back.
Do something, Versal.
I can't,
But I'm frail where you were strong. I'm fit best for teaching. Yeah, I have no pupils. Your name be known. That is good thing I want.
all your hard flights will be worth it, friend.
Strength.
I am small, but I am not, after all, toothless.
Go, Kvan. Climb high. Your sister Pjerk will come for you.
The dragon goes, dragging a wing. And the demon chants fierce words in the original speech.
Abdalirin Alandine.
Earth trades places with sky. Trees riot. They stand near the head of the canyon and watch as boulders fall from the heights. Fissures split, and the retreating dragon dodges behind dust clouds. 3 walls of rock tip and toss towards them.
Shayun Loon Sarakiin. Gedzeramun Sarai Kala.
Draven, you'll kill every...
It's all coming down. Run now.
As the light around him fades, and the stonefall swallows him, Versal gazes on the crumbling world and feels a sudden Oh shit. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Yeah. Ouch. I see. Okay. Okay. Nice. Okay. Heh, dumbass. It would be funny if he just killed that one. But of course it's still alive. Nice. Like a wolf through the fire. I did it! Yeah!
Walker, to your right, get
To your right, get to your right. Here's some grub.
You're leading the rocks right to me. Go back. Oh, my lungs.
Exhausted but wary of a drauven reprisal, they trudge all night on a night-figured line, knowing they'll either be lucky or lost by morning. Dawn light seeps among the highest folds of hill-blanketing forest when they stop. I'll think I have to put some weeds in a pot at some point and boil it.
Yeah, my belly's a peach pit. Yeah, I've got some of my marching oats still. Throw those in the pot.
I remember this gully, this place from 2 days back. Well, how long has it been? Anyway, good direction since somebody.
Pierre had only embarked the previous morning on an errand to check the silence of their scouts. Woken from her fern bed by the murmuring earth, she returned at once, a horrible clenching inside her.
Come on, what has happened here? So many are dead.
Do you see I'm bleeding?
But you look like you'll live. How many were buried? Where is Versal?
Versal is who brought it all down. The dithering little dog snack. A band of humans snuck here, intent on stealing my head. They all made it out.
Retaliations. I warned him they would come. Drauven vengeance has codes and conclusions. Human vengeance is unending. Where did he hide himself? I shall peel his scales up.
You study the mythical things as a pursuit of academic curiosity, right? You don't usually suppose you'll see them?
Think we'll have to at least try searching for it.
A search, yes, if we can find our dragon. Then, I don't know. Not that I'm sure we could kill it, but that we really should.
Well, whatever y'all decide.
There's no point, sister.
Come on, it is not just the Devon I hope to find. All these drauven, I knew them. Good and brave. Color, Trenyon, Musk, Yarsa.
More humans will come. I was beset suddenly, with no chance to fight back. Cowardly, but even a coward can prop a spear upon her hip and point it skyward. Take me down the mountain. I'll heal, and then you'll see what dragon vengeance is like.
Wind, I have loved you, but ever you carry me away when I am needed to stay. I am a honed and hailed warrior, the best of my 20-year clutch, and always found elsewhere when the battle is thickest. I must never fly again. That is what I am late learning, and you all have paid for my slowness. I am sorry.
The battle site looks no better through rested eyes. 2 days later. Flies mass, gossiping and graveling over buried riches. Aside from them and the rock jostle, this canyon has fallen silent.
There are stories of the dragons. Stories ancient as the craft of storytelling. I always wondered why it had to be conflict in those stories between our kind and the dragons.
Says the guy that looks like a dragon.
It'll be alright, Jamlek. I hate leaving our enemies alive to lash back at us. Maybe it could get us on their tails again, but we're pretty vulnerable ourselves now.
It will be a while before they reach the places they left, take up the small calm routines that have been nearly forgotten in the wild. When they fall asleep, it is so knowing a dragon is out there in the night, wishing them ill, healing and growing, and laying red schemes. Only 5 years of peace. Yeah, take out that red knight. 300 years of peace. Rumors about that raises teaching at the great university in Nim Flat, yet somehow he has remained with the Warstaff army this whole time. Nice. Brent and his fire chicken found themselves unsuited to a life of farming, but ideally positioned to ease the burden of an aging blacksmith. Celeste noticed that the marketplace at Waiter Blower had fallen into disrepair during all the conflict, so she passed the summer helping to rebuild it. Reyes performed experiments on monster parts, things he was able to convince Brent to donate to the cause. No significant weaknesses were found.
It's okay, hitting with pointy things seemed to work fine too.
Fenn went back to the place he grew up and was tempted by old acquaintances to remain there, but in the end, the past proved an unwise place to linger. Gia fell for a shepherd she noticed in the hills. Hand in hand, they would follow the flock for hours in contented silence. A watched set of years went by, filled with small activities that were easy to quit. And the study of books as old as binding, an odd set of years passed, worth remembering but only in the private way of all years. Raven perfected the time-honored art of not doing a damn thing. When his fighting days were over, Brent traded in bashing skulls for bashing metal. The head of each spear he crafted was inspired by the shape of a fallen leaf from outside his forge. Gia has a daughter. Janet. Janet's gonna be laying. Woo! Okay. Hmm. Right.
Dragons are oldest.
Long before stone was ever stacked by meaning hands, in the undecided colors of cosmic dawn, they stirred.
From eggs in the earth, each in their season. There were 5 seasons then, so 5 dragons. The dragons shaped all the land, mountain, hill, valley, coastline. At first they were merely at play, absent any design or intention. But as they matured, they began to carve with great care and purpose, and they made all animals and people who were among these. So we were drauven. All things were more alike and felt closer kinship than in those early days. Long generations after, a dragon, Desmender, shared this story with Ewan. Ewan was the first human recorder of lore, and it's through retellings of a first text since lost that the legend survives. I don't know if it's true or just another myth, if the dragon was honest, if Ewan was real. These past few years sounds like you really went for it. It's been alright, chasing books and artifacts, squatting in dusty places even spiders had given up on, digging up all this history. It ends with, there came a time when war was born between us. The first war. It's hard to imagine all the ages of this world before a war happened. People painted of them. People do that. To me, it seems like they abandoned their efforts to know and understand, in favor of making a more comfortable fiction, more people-centered. I guess you want to see something in the art. You want to look at something specific and helpful, but I don't know if it's there.
Jamlik, he finishing up his speech? Good stuff, right? We're about set to go. Rain will be welcome. Tamp down in the dust. We'll make our open roads into mud traps, though. My family, in ancient days, lived in wetlands, swamps, at the margin of today's maps. Those are the places we have to search. It had been the hottest summer and fall anyone could remember, and winter was turning out much the same. Drauven activity had picked up along wild borders, and in the rougher, less watered territories, fires had spread as from wind-blown seeds, random and raging. Early on, it seemed like a coincidence, but then refugees had begun pouring in, bearing the bones of relatives and boxes of half-burnt belongings, smoky tales of ruin still bitter on their tongues. All the bones of summer. Oh my god, that's where the name comes from. So the company had met again, to share what 5 years had taught them, to reckon with the demands of the moment they were in now. With Fenn insisting on bringing them to the Painted Cave to see if it sparked any inspiration, Gia had narrated a passage from her family's tombs. Shoulder to spirit, she surely quivered, but she stared at mortality's proof. The Summer King stooped, his slashed body slathering Alma in burning blood. Staunch, she stayed upright, and he's in his battle pride struck. The weapon of the Fenwalkers. The weapon of the Fenwalkers made her death decision easy. No other blow would have felled him. With starry-wet cheeks, she stood and let his wrath waste her bones. All the weight he wielded then turned on himself. And it says they buried the weapon afterwards, in a room made secret and secure, to be found again, if the dragons, as was their boast, would indeed be reformed in a future age.
And they didn't trust the location to their inheritors?
Maybe there's a record somewhere. I couldn't find one, but it's so long ago. I doubt they knew what might be, that our history would survive and be safe enough.
Famous weapons drive warriors of all kinds. If they're used, they'll be misused or destroyed in time. We've heard enough accounts. Our dragon wants us to know where he is. If we find this weapon first, good. If we don't, we still need to deal with him. The drauven too.
There's always an argument for skipping legends and cutting straight to his throat.
He will have grown much stronger in 5 years and more aware.
I hope they do take your challenge. I hope they hasten. May it cool your blood to blacken their skulls.
Be patient, Bjark. Understand I am old as the world, or nearly so. Revenge to me is vast and slow, firm and full.
I would not burn down the forest in order to quiet an unfavored crow. My kind are hardy and loyal, but not without needs. We shall need a place to grow. Even humanity needs a place, I think.
Humans are not crows, they're a plague. A plague must be burned out in order for the place that thrived to be fit for life, fit for us again.
You know that we would be a nation, Kavan. If you would but deign to lead us, let our armies win your war. Avenge Versal by being who he hoped you would be.
Someday, Björk. I promise that someday I will. But in order for my mind to know solace, I must first hoard blood in quantity to answer the quality of that which I lost.
It's not letting up.
No, it's not. Woods are just down the next hill. Get that good canopy overhead. Starting fires is quick. This will be an important rain. Don't let your heart sink too low. This rain will be one of precious breed. Out there, a dragon raises towns and raises fire. The final confrontation approaches. It is up to Gia, Jamlik, and the rest, whether to seek a lost weapon in the wilds, or to trust their own gifts and go on as soon as trails and the weather allow them to Summer Mountain. I kind of had a feeling that they were going to be bringing... Oh. Okay. I need to take a mess around it. Okay. Alright. Decisive coward. Alright. I think that'll be it for today. Damn, this... It's taken a while to get some of these chapters done, but we're on the last one. And the last one could have a chance of being quick. Maybe. In any case, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time I stream, which I don't know when that will be. My hope will be Saturday night, but I'm probably going to be working on Sunday again, so I won't be able to stream the night before. I'm willing to bet, at least. Anyway, see you next time.